they're just now starting to get the preliminary design work done. They're just now starting to get into whether shifting side roads and stuff like that. So there's a lot of designing that has to go into planning that has to go into place on those. If you're talking about an open public bid, it's quick. It's very rapid for the most part, unless they run out of funding or there's a challenge to the bid. So, case in point, I just won 3 weeks ago, we bid on a $5 million local project, road improvement project, where we're going in, replacing handicap ramps and curb, milling and paving residential streets, a couple, ancillary roads throughout the company, throughout the locations. And I already had my pre-construction meeting. I've already awarded my subcontract, and I will be starting construction on July 9th.
Oh,
so
wow.
It can be super, super fast. Highway projects take a little bit longer, so if you win a highway project, anywhere here in the Northeast, it's probably 60 to 90 days before you get started, maybe a little bit longer than that.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. All right. So from your perspective, and maybe, within the asphalt paving industry and contracting there might be not quite as applicable, but for a contractor doing a major highway project where, like you said, long project, taking away lanes every day, what are the major factors for either choosing a movable barrier system or not? I mean, does it come down to cost? Like, what's the big driver there, do you think?
So it's going to come down to cost. I mean, that's going to probably be a primary. It's going to come down to ease of use. It's going to come down to speed. So speed can offset cost. Ease of use can offset cost. But it's how those two factors have to say that it takes me 8 hours to set up a cone. Well, okay, let's say it takes me 3 hours to set up a cone line every night and then take down a cone line every night, right? And that's 6 guys it takes to do that.
Yeah.
But if I had the barrier system, it would take me 2, maybe 3 guys, and it would take me 30 minutes to an hour, right?
Okay.
So you got to look at it in that factor. Cost is going to be your upfront cost is going to be your primary driver. Then it's going to come down to how fast, how much can it save me on labor and risk, doing it the old-fashioned way.
Right. Got it.
And I will say that, with the highway deaths and stuff like that out there, there's no doubt in my mind that someday there's going to be, there's going to have to come out with some type of barrier system that protects the workers on the side of the road, that's wrap it up, wrap it down. I don't know if it rolls out the back of a truck and rolls back up into a truck or what it is, but, something like that's going to happen eventually.
Yeah, just you saying based on work zone accidents and deaths.
Oh yeah, I mean it keeps creeping up. Distracted driving.
Any states in particular that's a huge issue and really top of mind?
I think every state. I mean, the state of Pennsylvania is doing a safety stand. They just did a safety stand down, and most states right now are really pushing it. Pushing highway safety, you're seeing it more and more. Where 5 years ago you weren't, 10 years ago, traffic safety wasn't even a profession. It was your interest. You use your entry level laborers to throw the cones out off the back of a stake body truck, and maybe one guy's holding him by his belt loop while he's leaning down, set the cones on the ground. I mean, but nowadays you've got specialized equipment and specialized trucks and even trucks that can set cones automatically, and it's increasing quickly.
Yeah. Where's that pressure coming from? Do you think is that from a DOT, or is that coming from contractors, unions? I mean, I guess what's like the biggest person that's kind of influencing that change? I
think it's really coming from DOTs. It's coming from politicians. It's the